Hey everyone, happy Father's Day and a beautiful day here today. I have four of my children with me today, 4 out of 6. We're doing lobsters. I have a special apron. And I want to say that to you cancer patients to cherish the moments that you feel well and your family is devoted to you and they're showing love to you, or just they're around you, trying to minister to you. It's difficult for caregivers and caretakers, and many times as a cancer patient, I'll speak for myself, I felt like a burden to my family. But in actuality, they wanted to serve me. I can't tell you the number of nights that, probably 200 nights in hospitals, but the number of nights that my children have stayed with me overnight. In fact, after 2015 and my terminal cancer diagnosis, at that time, my children made a pact to spend the nights with me whenever I was in the hospital, which they kept until a couple of years ago. Last year, I was there for 2 weeks in the hospital, inpatient with sepsis. They did stop in, but they didn't spend the night with me. But I want to encourage you cancer patients that the Serenity Prayer says living one day at a time, enjoying one moment at a time, accepting hardship as a pathway to peace. There are good moments and cherished moments in the cancer journey. There are really hard moments and moments that make you cry, and there are moments of suffering, and there are all kinds of moments of joy, of sadness, and those moments in which you're in your cancer journey and life is just good despite the suffering. Cherish those times. Those are wonderful, precious times of family and friends and people who you didn't expect to come alongside of you that did, and disappointment over people you thought would come alongside of you and didn't. And a lot of times it's because of people feeling uncomfortable around someone who's on a cancer journey. Maybe it scares them. Maybe they don't know what to say. So we give those people grace, right? We but we do hang on to those people that give us life. I remember people visiting me in the hospitals many times, 21 years, that gave me life, and then people that sort of sucked energy out of me. And go ahead and be that person that says, I don't want any guests, but I'll take this guest because that guest brings me life. It's a time to recognize that you have needs, the cancer journey, and it's a time to be a little self-focused, and even Jesus said, love your neighbor as yourself, meaning you should love yourself. And a cancer patient's going through a lot, emotionally, physically, spiritually. I know, I've been told twice to go home, call hospice, and do an end of life process. They basically determined I was terminal back in 2015. I'm only here today basically because of a miracle. All the people in my life who had the same cancer diagnosis, they are not here. And I just wonder, God, why did I survive so far in my journey? And who knows, right? It's a mystery as to why we even get cancer, and why some of us survive and some don't. But there can be joy. Joy meaning not joy is a deep. I believe for me, I would define joy as a deep confidence that God is at work in my situation, and no matter how it turns out, that He has my best interests at heart. I know that's a tough view to have in light of the fact that God is love and power, but it's where I'm at. It's that can I surrender and trust in God in my pursuit and my journey. Last week or 2 weeks ago, I had a good week. PET scan was clear. Nephrologist was happy with my kidney function, and last week was my son's wedding celebration. So life moves on, right? I've lived much longer than I thought. I can't believe I've lived this long. I get to see my granddaughter, and I'm watching my kids become adults. So today for me is a blessing that I'm still alive, and I have a wonderful girlfriend, and my kids are all here, and we're having lobster for Father's Day. Hence the the lobster clause. Be blessed.